The forward operating base in Helmand Province is chaos. Mortars scream overhead. Dust and smoke choke the air. And in the middle of the staging area, Corporal Sarah Brennan stands alone, holding a water bottle with trembling hands. She's staring at it. Just staring. Not drinking. Not moving. Star Sergeant Kozak, a brick wall of a man covered in tattoo sleeves, walks past and snatches the bottle from her hands. "The hell are you doing, Brennan? We roll out in 5. Hydrate or die." He takes a massive gulp, then tosses it back to her. The other SEALs laugh as Sarah fumbles the catch, the bottle hitting the ground. "Jesus Christ," mutters Hoffman, the team's breacher. "Command actually cleared her for this op?" Then Riggs, the team clown, walks up behind Sarah and yanks her ponytail hard, making her stumble forward. "Earth to Brennan! You gonna space out like this during contact? Because if you freeze up out there, you're gonna get us killed!" Sarah doesn't respond. She just bends down, picks up the water bottle, and sets it on the table. She doesn't drink from it. The team loads into the trucks, still laughing. Nobody notices that Sarah's hands have stopped shaking. Nobody notices the way her eyes are scanning every face, every movement, every detail. Because Sarah Brennan isn't scared. She's counting. Make sure you subscribe and tell me which country you're watching this from. I'd love to know. Sarah Brennan's file says she's a support analyst with 0 combat deployments. Soft, nervous, barely qualified. She was assigned to this SEAL reconnaissance team last minute when their regular intel officer caught malaria. Everyone sees her as dead weight, a girl who shouldn't be here, who probably cracked the first time bullets fly. What they don't see is the medical bracelet hidden under her sleeve. What they don't know is that she has 6 months left before she goes completely blind. Sarah Brennan wasn't always in the military. 3 years ago, she was a concert violinist with the Boston Symphony Orchestra. Perfect pitch, perfect precision. Then the diagnosis came, retinitis pigmentosus. Progressive, incurable. Her peripheral vision went first, then her night vision. Now she sees the world through an ever-shrinking tunnel. Most people would fall apart. Sarah adapted. She trained herself to hear what others couldn't, to feel vibrations in the air, to read micro-expressions in the tiny window of vision she had left. She joined the military because she refused to become helpless, refused to fade away. And somewhere along the way, she discovered something incredible. Losing her sight made her see things no one else could. Patterns, anomalies, lies. She became a human lie detector, a living threat assessment system. And when she picked up a rifle, she didn't need to see the whole target. She only needed to see the center. Her world had become a natural scope. For 2 weeks embedded with the SEAL team, Sarah endured constant mockery. During briefings, they talked over her. During training, they excluded her. Kozak once said, "Just stay in the vehicle and monitor comms. Let the real operators handle this." She nodded, smiled, stayed silent. But she was always watching, always listening. She noticed Hoffman's micro-expressions when he lied about checking his gear. She heard the slight tremor in Riggs's voice when he talked about his ex-wife. She felt the tension in Kozak's shoulders whenever command mentioned the mission objective. These men thought she was weak. They had no idea she was reading them like sheet music. The mission was straightforward. Infiltrate a Taliban compound, extract a high-value target, exfil before dawn. But that morning, something was wrong. During mission prep, Sarah watched Kozak drink from the water cooler, then Hoffman, then Riggs. And every time she saw it, microscopic sediment at the bottom of their cups, a slight discoloration. Her heart rate spiked. The water was contaminated. Not enough to kill, but enough to slow reaction time, cause disorientation, make elite soldiers sloppy. Someone had sabotaged them. She didn't know who, she didn't know why. But when Kozak handed her that water bottle in the staging area, she knew she couldn't drink it. And she knew she couldn't tell them, because whoever poisoned the water was on this team.
The mission went south immediately. 20 minutes into the compound infiltration, Kozak started slowing down. Hoffman missed a door breach, something he'd done 1,000 times. Riggs called out wrong coordinates on the radio. They were compromised, drugged, dying slowly. And then, the ambush hit. Gunfire erupted from 3 directions. The Taliban had been waiting. The SEAL team scattered, movements sluggish, reactions delayed. Kozak collapsed behind cover, sweating, confused. What's happening to me? Sarah's voice cut through the chaos, cold and clear. You've been poisoned. The water this morning, all of you drank it. Hoffman stared at her, pupils dilated. What? How do you? I didn't drink it. I saw the contamination, which means I'm the only one at full capacity right now. Kozak tried to stand, nearly fell. Who did this? Sarah's eyes locked on the team medic, Petty Officer Carmichael, who was standing too still, too calm, too aware. Him. His face went cold. You can't prove that. You didn't drink from your canteen once today. Everyone else did, and you're not showing symptoms. His hand moved toward his sidearm. Sarah's moved faster. Don't. For the first time, the team saw her differently. Steady. Lethal. In complete control. Carmichael, you're compromised. And right now, I'm the only operator on this team who can get us out alive. So sit down, or I drop you. He sat. The Taliban closed in. 50 meters. 40. The SEAL team was pinned, half-blind from the drugs, unable to return effective fire. Sarah grabbed Kozak's rifle, an SR-25 sniper platform. Brennan, you can't, Kozak started. I can't see peripheral, Sarah said, calmly, settling into position. But I don't need to. My vision is tunneled. It's already a scope. She pressed her eye to the optic. The world narrowed. And in that tiny circle of clarity, she saw everything. Wind direction, felt through the air pressure on her skin. Distance, calculated by sound delay. Target movement, predicted by rhythm and pattern. She fired. An enemy combatant dropped at 400 meters. She cycled the bolt. Fired again. Another down at 600 meters. The team stared. She kept shooting. 700 meters, 850 meters. Then she saw him, the Taliban commander, moving between buildings at 920 meters out. Impossible shot, moving target, high wind, failing light. But Sarah's world was impossible for 3 years. She exhaled slowly, felt the wind, heard the rhythm of his steps, and fired. The commander dropped. The enemy broke and ran. Silence. Kozak stared at her, disbelief and awe on his face. How the hell? Sarah lowered the rifle, her hands shaking now, not from fear, but from adrenaline finally crashing. I'm going blind, Kozak. Have been for 3 years. I have maybe 6 months of partial vision left. The team went silent. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd pull me, but my condition, it made me different. I see details you miss. I hear things you don't. I read people like signals. And I knew he was the traitor the moment he didn't drink his water.
They made it back to base. Carmichael was arrested. The poison was treated. The mission, miraculously, was a success. The after-action report was classified, but Kozak made sure every word of what Sarah did was documented. 3 days later, he found her in the medical tent. He didn't apologize with words. He just set his challenge coin on the table in front of her. I've carried that for 12 years, he said quietly. "Through 3 wars. I want you to have it." Sarah picked it up, felt the weight of it. "Kozak, you saved my life, all our lives, and I treated you like you didn't belong. You belong more than any of us." Hoffman appeared in the doorway, then Riggs. One by one, they came. No jokes, no mockery, just respect. 2 months later, Sarah received orders. She was being transferred to a specialized intelligence unit, one that valued her unique skill set. Her blindness wasn't a weakness. It was her weapon. Because the most dangerous warriors aren't the ones who see everything. They're the ones who see what matters. And Sarah Brennan? She'd been seeing the truth all along. Before you go, tell us in the comments, which country are you watching this video from? And don't forget to subscribe to Her Force Tales for more incredible stories. And hit like, share, and comment to support the channel.